Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. All right, so we have the Two of Wands tonight. This is all about dominion. So we are finding our path to success, right? Hopefully. Let's go ahead. We're going to spin this thing. I'm going to knock on it, and we're going to find out what these tea leaves want to tell us today. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look. And I want to tell you, I appreciate you so much for deciding to click on this reading, especially if you've never seen a tea leaf reading before or had a tea leaf reading. Yeah, it definitely is such a fun and wonderful form of divination, and I really feel so honored that I am able to bring these messages to you. All right, so we have what looks like there's been some chaos, right? We have this little kind of creature here. It looks like maybe like a little demon or maybe a little like a fae kind of creature. We have a person right here who looks like they're holding a crab. And over here, it just kind of really looks like a mess of things, right? I almost feel like you like walk into your house and you find this little, this little creature, this little golem type thing, dancing, and that's what it looks like it's doing, dancing on the table, throwing around the dishes, and taking the crab out of the pot and dancing with it, and just causing general just messes and chaos, and so we have kind of a trickstery energy, okay? And it feels like to me, you're just constantly trying to catch up to get things back to normal. Like this is your mindset. If I can just get through this, if I can just get it all done today, everything will be cool. It'll be back to normal. We'll be back right on, on time, on schedule, all of that. And it's just like a circus, right? It just feels like a circus around you. Now, usually I would say like, this is a lot. This might be like too much anxiety. As a Virgo, I am, my palms are getting clammy and I'm worried. Oh my gosh, how are we going to do all of this? But as a Gemini, I think that you perform really well under all of this kind of stress and this pressure, and there's all these things going on. You like the noise, you like a little bit of chaos and having to multitask and problem solve and all of that. So I see this as being maybe a little bit of a distraction, like there's some, and let me just say, I'm not saying an actual little, demon or fae kind of creature is going to show up in your house, but I do feel like whatever this is, it almost, it's like it makes you feel like there's purpose, right? Like you're really good. Like if you were going to be a first responder of some kind, you would do great. You like to be in these situations that have, really a lot riding on getting things right, and you like the pressure of really having, these important things to execute well, or, it's going to be a lot of trouble, right? So I do see this as being kind of, a distraction from the normal pace of things, but I feel like it's kind of the kick in the pants that you've been looking for, right? This is like you've clicked into your natural state. And so I feel like whatever is happening in your life, it kind of, it's not ideal, whatever the situation is, but you're engaged. And that's what matters. I feel like all of a sudden it's like you snapped out of whatever funk you've been in and you are fully engaged. Okay. So So let's take that energy with us and see how does it kind of go with the rest of this. Now, I'm looking at 2 people, one here, actually 3 people. We have one here. We have another one right here, okay? And we have a person back over here. And I feel like it feels like a maybe even geographical separation. We have this big kind of area right here. I wonder if this is maybe a parent or a family member who is older than you, because it does. There's a feeling of this is my elder. But I also feel like maybe you left like a long time ago. Like almost like you went off to college and you never came home. You know, you just, you decided you were going to live somewhere else, and you got a house and you got the job, and you know, you had a family and all of that. And maybe you do go home and visit, but there's been an intentional, kind of staying away. Try not to cough here. Once they get going, I can't stop. So, it feels like, there's maybe some reason that you like to have your own life kind of away from everything else. You maybe have gone back and forth about going back. Maybe your parents are getting older, they need more help. But I feel like every time you try to get close in there, especially, this feels like maybe like a mother. It has kind of this feminine energy to it. But that doesn't mean that it could be dad too. I don't know. But like just so controlling. That's what I keep feeling, is like there's this sense of if you are close, it's like they're into every aspect of your life. And you might come from like a small town, right? Which I only recently in the last few years have started living in really rural, small town kind of places, right? And I'm from the city. I grew up in the city. I've always lived in cities. And so for me, I have no idea. Like this is, nobody knows each other. You go to school, not all the parents don't know each other. You barely know your neighbors, right? But living out here, everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody, and I'm constantly like confused. I'm like, oh, you know that person? Oh yeah, we grew up, we're cousins, and I'm like, wow, everybody literally knows each other here. But I do feel like this is kind of why you wanted to get away, because your family, or at least this one family member, really in everybody's business. And also not very kind about it, right? So I feel like for you, it was like a necessity to get up and get out of there. Now, something is going on, okay? I feel like, and we have the number 51, so 51. I feel like it's almost like you're fighting being called home, right? Like it's like I feel it's like pulling me in, and I'm saying no. No. No matter what they say, no matter what's going on, I'm not going back, right? And I don't know what it is. I just assume that maybe this is health issues or could be financial, but likely they need help, right? They're getting older. They need some kind of help. So I feel like this is going to be like a big decision for you, ultimately, okay? I can't tell you what to do or, what you are going to do. I don't see that. But I do feel like you are conflicted, okay? So the best that I can say is find somebody in your life who you trust, who you know is unbiased, hopefully, right? Unattached to the situation, and begin to talk this through. Okay. Now, it might be that you have a therapist or a counselor, ideal, right? That's the best. But not everybody's privileged enough or interested in doing therapy, which is totally cool. But, you know, we all need somebody in our life who we can talk to, right? And so if that's a person at work, if it's somebody you met on the bus, if it's your spouse, if it's your kid, you know, whoever, activate that support person. Okay, talk this through. This is not something that's going to be easily decided in your own mind, right? Although, you know, if you're like me, I would have decided just listening to me talk about this. Nope, I'm not going home. You know, but yeah. We also have the name Eric or Erica, if there's an Eric or Erica in the house. Also the name Jen. And it actually looks like Jenn. Jen. Maybe Jenny. Let's see. So we have the person over here. I want to talk about this person. This is a guardian angel. They are in the rim, which is the metaphysical, the psychic, the heavens, you know, and that's where these things kind of dwell within. So I feel like you have been really noticing the energy of being protected and guided, especially in the moments where you're feeling a lot of emotional pain, right? And maybe even feeling like, you know, I don't even know how to figure out, like, where is this all coming from, right? And I think a lot of it is historical stuff, right? Your own histories. I'm not talking about like collective history, but yeah, your own traumas, the things from over the years building up. And it's all kind of just in this lump. It's sitting in your chest. And I feel like, yeah, you really have maybe been asking for guidance, for protection, for some kind of help of, you know, whatever. And I feel like it has shown up for you. Okay, so you will probably be feeling this. You might be seeing little synchronicities, having dream visitations. I would say, right, that this is like a very calm feeling. Where that first one with the trickster, that is like frantic, like messy, you know, like a little gremlin. And then this other one is like a blue fuzzy light, you know, magical fairy godmother, really calming. Something you can trust, right? Has your best interests right there. That's what it's about, okay? So that, I like seeing that at the end there, definitely. Now, I almost feel like, yes. So I almost feel like there was a place that you went when you were younger that made you feel like you were with God. I know. What does that mean? I can't super explain it, but if you've ever been somewhere like, you know, the Redwood Forest, or you've been to the Grand Canyon, or, you know, something like this, and you look and it's just so beautiful. You feel like you're in God's cathedral, right? And you can feel that this is a spiritual place. You have been somewhere like that, and it is calling to you once more. I see a person sitting here meditating. And so if you can think of where that place, excuse me, might be, go visit it. Find a way. Even if you have to save up for the next 5 years, go. Okay? It's calling to you. Now we're going to do 3 lucky numbers. 32, 98, 22. Okay, 32, 98, 22. And we'll finish with our self-care affirmation card. I'm gonna stop where it feels right. And it says, energy of play. I make time for play. I nurture my inner child. As I play, I am renewed with the energy of play. I cultivate an environment of fun at work, at home, and with my friends. All right. Gemini, I love you. I have to run. I have to go pick up my daughter. And I love you, and I love you, and I love you. If you want to like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me hear all about you. Give me some TV show recommendations. I just finished The Sopranos, and I'm heartbroken. It was the first time I ever watched it. I got so into it. Now I need to find something else. So go in the comments, let me know. I love you. Again, take care of yourself. We're going to talk in a few days. Good night.